welcome back to PTV Sports.
It's been a whopping 5 weeks since our last sports episode, and you may have forgotten our names by now, so...
I'm Susie.
And I'm Kariana.
Now with that, let's get into this week's sports.
Major League Baseball is back in season, so here's Mia with the recent updates on how the teams are doing.
Right now, baseball is going through some exciting changes, so here's all you need to be caught up. First off, we are seeing some unexpected teams rise to the lead, like the Athletics, but also our very own Dodgers. Some star players include Jordan Walker, who has already completed 8 home runs this season. Another name to know is Andy Pages, who is hitting almost every time he gets on the plate. The biggest change this year is high tech. If a player thinks a human umpire made a mistake, they can now ask a computer to check the play. A robot instantly shows the correct call on the big stadium screen. While big teams like the Dodgers and the Braves are dominant, smaller teams like the Athletics and the Pirates keep things exciting by staying at the top of their divisions early on. That's all for me. Now back to the desk.
Despite last week being spring break, numerous sports continue to play throughout the week. Last Monday, April 6th, boys varsity baseball won against Saugus 15-13, and last Wednesday they played against Crespi, winning 12-2.
On Saturday, April 4th, both boys and girls varsity track and field attended the Covina Invitational. And this last Friday and Saturday, the 10th and the 11th, they attended the Arcadia Invitational as well.
This week has also been full of sports games, as on Monday, girls varsity beach volleyball won against Royal 4-1, girls varsity lacrosse won against Simi Valley 11-8, and boys varsity lacrosse won against Oak Park 9-6.
On Tuesday, boys varsity tennis unfortunately lost to Westlake 4-14.
Girls and boys varsity swim competed against Oak Park, with boys coming short 58-109 and girls winning 101-56.
Both varsity softball and varsity baseball competed against Segura on Tuesday as well. The girls came up short, losing 4-5, while the boys brought home a 7-3 win. In boys lacrosse, our team faced Oak Park on Monday and played a very impressive game with many goals, saves, and hard hits. In a tightly condensed first quarter, falling short with just a 2-1 score in a very defensive battle, Owen Creed and George Hughes stood out with multiple impressive runs and consistently breaking through to the defense and creating scoring opportunities.
Tyler Nowak delivered several hard hits on Oak Park that energized the team and crowd. That effort paid off as varsity boys secured a strong 9-6 victory, a clear bounce-back performance, turning a defensive game into a high-scoring game.
Today at 3 p.m., our swim teams have a home meet against Calabasas, and varsity baseball plays Agora away, and varsity softball plays Fillmore away. At 5 p.m., both boys and girls track compete at the Mount Sac Invitational. Also at 5 p.m., Stunt takes on Westlake away, and at 6:30, boys varsity volleyball faces Westlake. And at 7 p.m., boys lacrosse also takes on the Warriors.
On Tuesday, boys varsity tennis plays at home against Calabasas. At 3:30, varsity baseball plays Calabasas away. And finally at 6 p.m., varsity softball plays Oaks Christian away. On Wednesday, both boys and girls lacrosse play at home. Girls take on Oak Park at 5 p.m. and boys take on Chaminade at 7. Stunt also competes at Agora at 6 p.m. And on Thursday at 3:30, both baseball and softball play at Calabasas at home. Good luck to all of our Panther athletes. Over this past school year, there's been a lot of construction happening on campus. One of those projects was to replace the turf and track in the football stadium, and it was just recently finished. Here's more information about that project and a look at the stadium.
We hit our 10-year mark in terms of the field when it last was redone.
We wouldn't be able to put them off for a long period of time, so it was better off all the schools at the same time, just having the fields and the tracks replaced.
So we've been working with the school district and finally came up with a solution to replace the track and the actual turf in the stadium. Also for student safety, the track was not in very good shape.
The turf and the track, both, if you've seen the turf and the track, they were matted down. It was still passing all the safety tests, but it was getting to the point where it was close to maybe not passing those safety tests.
After hearing about the reasons for the stadium revamp, let's hear the new changes regarding the stadium and how it was made possible.
We're able to put our school logo more prominently in the middle, which we're really excited about.
As far as the turf goes, the turf, obviously being brand new is amazing, but the colors are obviously fresh and bright.
This is all funded by Measure I, and there's an oversight committee that oversees all the projects and making sure that they're done the right way and the money's used appropriately. The number one reason is for our students and our athletes, and the safety for them.
The turf being brand new and all the rubber material that's in the turf is fresh, full, extremely safe.
It's also a great attraction for families that are thinking about where they want to go to high school, and looking at new facilities is always a great thing.
Okay, Carrie-Anna, we've waited a long 5 weeks for a Carrie-Anna joke. What's it gonna be?
Okay, why did the athlete bring a ladder to practice?
Why?
Because they heard the team was working on resilience and they wanted to rise to the occasion. This is a perfect segue into...
This quarter's expectation is resilience, so bouncing back when things don't go your way and keeping effort consistent no matter what.
And on a quick note, we won't have a show next Friday, so we'll see you after that.
We'll see you next time, Panthers.